Thrifting in person at estate sales, yard sales, and thrift stores can be a great way to save money on furniture. I've noticed that estate sales and yard sales, you can get really good deals because they are more limited than apps and things like that where they can really sell to anyone and jack up the price. So let's break down the different ways that I thrift in person and how I save money doing so. Now, I absolutely love estate sales. I have gotten so many pieces of furniture at estate sales, and I've noticed that while many people are willing to try them, they're kind of overwhelmed by what they're like. They've never been to them before, and I totally get it because before I started doing this, I had never even considered going into an estate sale. So let's talk about what estate sales are really like. First of all, they're free to shop. You can use the estate sale app. It's a free app, see where they are near you, and it's free to go in and look around. Now inside, they're going to be set up like an indoor yard sale. Every single thing from canned goods to used shampoo to furniture is going to be for sale in the home. And you can look around bedrooms, bathrooms, everything. It sounds weird, but you really will get used to it, especially even after one visit. It will feel more natural to you. In terms of buying the pieces that you find, if you want to get a piece of furniture or whatever you find, you want to take the tag off the furniture and keep it with you. Now keep in mind, once you take that tag, no one else can buy it. So don't take it if you're not sure you're going to buy it. There's also probably going to be a hold area by the checkout counter, which should be by the front door. So you can take your furniture or pieces there and leave them until it's time for you to check out. Most places only take cash, or I should say some. So check on that beforehand. Keep in mind that most estate sales are taking place because maybe someone has passed away or someone is relocating to a senior's home. So keep in mind to be respectful. Don't be running around. Don't have a loud voice. Keep your voice down in case any family members that are grieving are in the home. And it's also just common sense. You're in public. So be kind, be courteous, be respectful. Only bargain if it is run by a business. If it is a grieving family, do not bargain with them on these important heirlooms in their family member's life. Most estate sales will discount each day. So the first day will be full price, the second day may be 25% off, and then the third could be 50% off. I've even seen some do 75% off. So keep that in mind. You may want to come back on the last day. I do that a lot. Now there's no guarantee the furniture is going to be there and they won't hold it for you overnight, but it is something to keep in mind if you're wanting to save more money. And also, you cannot know the prices before coming. You can't message them. They won't tell you. It won't be on the app, so you have to look in person. Now, if the estate sale is run by a business and you want to barter, there are ways to do that respectfully. I've actually spoken to the head of an estate sale company and gotten some tips, and his main tip was to do it quietly. Don't shout from across the room, "Hey, this is too expensive. Can you do this better?" So go up to him or her quietly and ask, "Would you be willing to do this if I take it today?" Another option is to bundle. They don't really want to work with you if you're leaving with one $5 item. Grab more than one and make a deal. The most effective method is to wait until the last day where everything is 50 to 75% off. If you also wait until the end of the last day, they may give you even more than that if you talk to them quietly and give them an offer that is, reasonable. I have also given my contact information, my phone number, and my name, and told them to text or call me if it's still here at the end of the day and they want to get rid of it and they're willing to go down. And I have had that work for me. So hopefully these are kind of helpful whenever you do go to estate sales. Another great option for in-person thrifting is yard sales. Now, most of my yard sales I find by just driving around, but to get kind of an idea of where they're going to be that day, I look on apps like the yard sale app shown on the previous segment, Nextdoor app, and Facebook. These are great places to find local yard sales. And then I've kind of learned the areas that are more full of yard sales week to week, and you'll learn that as you drive around and get to know your area more. It's a little hard to give some tips when it comes to thrift and consignment shops because it will completely vary based on your city, state, and even country. Keep that in mind. For me, in my area, they're often overpriced. I also have to look for sale and discount days by following them on social media. I've learned that does help. You'll have to learn which stores are good, which ones are bad. In terms of Goodwill, the one down the street from me is awful, but the one 20 minutes from me is amazing. So you'll have to kind of play around with it and see what works best for you in these shops.